as a scientist in ISRO in Hyderabad, and I have been previously working in Amazon as a cloud support engineer. Before this, I had prepared for the GATE exam and ICRB and NIC. After that, I got the opportunity to work in the ISRO. And I'll take the session based on these slides. Today's agenda is like, data structure and algorithm, which is a, you can say, a core subject for various competitive exams also and for placement preparations. So today we'll be discussing the topics in two ways. Firstly, I'll tell you how the placement preparation has to be go on, and accordingly the data structure algorithm preparation should be done. You should define your goal first, where you are trying to reach, whether you are trying to target for the MNCs or whether you are trying to target for the PSUs. Accordingly, your approach for the preparation will be there. Okay, so let me first tell you about how to approach for the placement. Okay, let's say right now you want to prepare for the placement. So what is the minimum thing which you should know first? So the minimum thing first anyone should have while you are in, I think I'm assuming that all you are college students. So the minimum thing you should have first is that basic coding skills first, which you will be developing as you go on competitive programming first. Secondly, you along with coding, competitive programming, you should also go on with the projects. So in later slides I'll tell you what are the projects you have to take on, not just with the competitive programming. Third thing is the theory. So just like you have to know about the certain subjects which you have to take care for the placement. And further, I will go in deep dive for the data structure and algorithm in the theory part. Fourth point is that aptitude. Not only the technical subject you have to prepare, you also have to prepare certain aptitude, because in certain companies certain rounds are related to aptitude also. You shouldn't be lacking in that aptitude. And final one is the social skills, like leadership skills, presentation skills, speaking skills. You have to be good in these things. So if you have these five minimum criteria of your preparation, then you could be confident to crack any exam, any placement. So take care of these. Anyone can stop me in between if I have any question. Okay. Okay. So I'll first regarding competitive programming, I'll take in the data structure and algorithm section. But firstly, I'm taking for the projects part. Okay. Let's say you know some basic coding languages. Then you have during your college time, you have to take care that okay, certain projects you are taking on. Okay, either you can take on certain domain like web development or AI based projects you can take, or embedded programming projects you can take, or certain Android development, because you have to take some theme which you will be building as your career. Someone may be is interested in web development, so you have to learn the skills like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, which is the basic one. Let's say in the latest we go, you will be learning for React.js, Node.js. You have to first identify the domain in which you will be building your career. Okay. So similarly for Android app, you have to learn the platforms. For embedded, you have to learn Arduino, Raspberry Pi. All these projects when you are doing, then you will be automatically using the knowledge, like just like you will be learning the theoretical subjects in college, along with data structure, algorithm, OS also, networking also. So you will be using those knowledge to build the final product. So as in the company you require, yeah. Any doubt? Okay. So as in the companies, they require a person to be industry ready. You can't just be go on just doing the competitive programming. You have to make sure along with the competitive programming, certain industry ready skills you should have. That which requires not just doing the coding things. So you have to make sure that you are doing projects also in your college days. So try to find out your interest in which domain you want to go. Right now the trending one is the AI. So you can take the projects related to AI, and certain projects like which is the latest one. These are the, you can say, most advanced skill set which when you enter into a company they used to train you on that. If you beforehand you know these, you will be better on as on the interviews also. So learning the dockers, learning the cloud technologies will help you. Okay. So these are the five, you can say, the major subjects in colleges. Around I think in 4 years, around 50 subjects are being taught. Let's say for computer science, you need minimum these 10 subjects, at max these 10 subjects for cracking any interviews. Or you can say these top 5 subjects, if you have these minimum as prepared, then you can crack the exams for the MNCs. Okay, in the mostly in the corporates, they will ask you these top 5 subjects only: algorithm, data structure programming, computer network, operating system, DBMS. Any question anyone having? Okay, so if you are able to prepare top 5 subjects only, you are ready for the you can say MNCs. But if you want to prepare for the competitive exams, which you can say the superset of all, you can say any placement or any competitive things, you have to cover all, these subjects. In which top 5 are for MNCs also, and extra these bottom 5 are additional, which you have to prepare for the exams. And accordingly, you have to have a skill set for writing the exams also, preparing the exams. And if I'm tell you specifically related to ISRO, the recruitment of ISRO doesn't happens like normal MNCs, that okay you go for interview and crack it. It's like a normal competitive exam, just like we give for JEE. Okay, so ISRO recruit mainly through JEE Advanced. At the, you can see it's having own college IST at the JEE Advanced level also you can go through that, or after BTech you can go through GATE, ICRB. So for specific to ISRO, you have to, if you want to target for ISRO, you have to prepare these subjects, crack these ICRB or GATE exam, you will be ready to go for that. Okay. Anyone having question, you can ask me, or later on we can ask. You can ask. Okay. Now going for
Guys,
the
just drop the question on the message.
any
Okay.
question related to how
If
to
you are
prepare
not,
for this.
just drop your message. Okay.
Sir, is
And
compiler
try.
design needed for SG1?
Can you repeat once?
Is compiler design needed for SG1?
SD software developer profile.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, in MNCs mostly they will go for algorithm, data structure, or top 5 subjects. Okay, upper more. If they go in deeper one, they will ask you compiler design, and you can say system design subjects also. Okay, system design, software engineering, web technologies. These the subject which I have listed here are for exams, written exams. Okay, so if you specifically ask me what are the subjects you have to prepare for MNCs, top 5 subjects, and additional 2 subjects like system design, software engineering. Okay, and the question related to compiler design is like okay, if they go in deeper into the interview, they will ask. But mostly 1 or 2 questions you can also skip in the interview, because you don't have to answer every question in interview. That also skills you have to develop. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sir, one more thing I want to ask that in ISRO and BARC, mostly in which subject people ask question?
Okay. See, each subject's
Yeah.
having a weightage first. In ISRO or BARC, they have a recruitment process. Like they first take a written test. Okay, conduct a written test, and then after that they ask
Yeah.
for interviews. So in the written
Yeah.
test, the syllabus is same of GATE only. All these 10 subjects will be there with the aptitude and mathematics. Okay, so if the written test is there, you have to prepare for all these. Along with one more subject is there software engineering, specifically for these ICRBT audio park. Okay,
Yes,
and
sir.
additional thing in interview, they mostly ask 5 subjects. They will ask you, okay, which 5 subjects you are best. They will ask question among them only, among them only, and also among projects also. In the interviews for these, they will ask 5 subject and some project which you have done in your college. These are the questions are being asked. So you have to make sure that don't just focus only on those competitive programming side. You have to make sure that along with competitive programming, these remaining things are also being covered: projects, theories, aptitude, social skills. Okay, so now we'll deep dive into the competitive programming thing. Okay, which is the agenda of our today's. Okay, any question up till here?
No, sir.
Okay, so now related to data structure and algorithm, see, Uh, as a can you anyone tell how many year you have been in your college? Is it third year, final year also, or is just second year?
So I'm a first year student.
Okay, mostly
Final.
Most people are from last year and third year, and I am from second year,
okay, different
computer
different
science
years.
engineering.
Okay, okay. So if
Yes.
you see the subject which I mentioned here is distributed from second year till you can say third year, sixth semester or seventh semester, right? So you all can prepare start beginning from second year only. First year people can enjoy the along with this you enjoy the college life also, right? I'll tell now this thing, data structure algorithm, which is mostly I think taught in the second year or third year. So how to approach the data structure algorithm first? Firstly, you have to make sure you know basic programming language. Okay, maybe in your school days also in 11, 12, you may have computer science, you may have learned either C or Python. Okay, have some basic programming language knowledge. Along with that, have not theoretical knowledge approach. Refer some notes or refer some web page, website where you can repeatedly go and revise your notes. Okay, build some notes on a data structure algorithm that you can have. Make sure one register is for data structure, one for algorithm, with the standard topics. Because among those topics, only mostly questions are being asked. I'll mention there what are the standard topics. Okay, so if you go for data structures, these are the mostly these are the chapters which you have to cover up in the data structure. Firstly, you have to learn the arrays, linked lists, queues, stacks, hashing, graphs, trees, and you have to divide the timing that okay. Firstly, learn the basic theories, write on develop your own notes, because in interviews also sometimes you have to write on papers. Some programs you have to write on paper only, you have to tell the answer. Okay, so first approach how to learn this subject is take a go to certain, either you are going to coaching or either you are going to web page, develop your own notes first on each on these chapters. Okay, once you have a standard notes, take it as a bible for your whole career. Okay, as a computer science, refer this as a revision, and this is theoretical part. Okay, now similarly for algorithms also, these are the major chapters which you have to develop some notes first. Okay, that okay in if you say in divide and conquer greedy algorithms, there will be certain standard algorithms. If I tell you the standard algorithms like searching, sorting, merge sort, quick sort, radix sort, knapsack algorithms, these will be the I am also taking care of the first year students, so I'm not going to the deep first. I'm going over the surface, that these are the major chapters you have to first cover. Segregate that, develop your own notes, one notes for the data structure covering each chapters, one notes for the algorithms covering each chapters. Okay, once you have these notes, now along with this you already knowing the basic computer programming. So what is the next step you have to do? You can go for any coding platforms like any hacker rank, codesef or lead code. I'll tell you the based on your levels. If you see that okay, you are much more right now you're beginner type, you can go for the hacker rank coding platform. Okay, they will start from beginner. Also in codesef also certain upper level is there. You can begin from that also. Once you have reached a certain level, ready for the interview thing, you can go for the lead code also. Lead code gives the questions which are mostly asked in the interviews. Okay, so firstly try to build your theory first, make your foundation strong. Then along with parallelly, if you are writing some chapters, you can go for the coding platforms also. Okay, now if you go for the see not only you have to go for the coding thing on the platforms, you have to as you are also have to do the projects. Okay, let's say you learn this data structure and algorithm. Okay, these two subjects are being done. Theoretically you are also reading remaining 10 subjects, okay, for exams. But what about the projects? At what time or what approach you have to take for the projects? See, one in college, it is mandated to have in final or seventh, I think in eighth semester or in seventh semester, or major project or minor project, you have to submit the projects. That is mandated from the college. But along with that, in your whole college lifespan, if you make try to participate in the competitions, Okay, so that will help you to give some problem statement. They'll give you the problem statement, and that will automatically help you to go into the deep of different subjects in practical approach. Automatically you will be developing projects, automatically you will be doing codings, and automatically you will be participating in competition and winning some awards. So that will be building your resume. Okay, so in your college lifespan, along with your doing your uh, college exams, college projects, if you try to participate in these, this will help you to speed up your preparation, and automatically it will help you to crack the interviews. Okay, so this was my basic first interaction. Now you can ask me questions related to subjects and any top query if you have. Okay, Amrit.
Sir,
Yeah.
can you please repeat which subjects were mandatory to be studied for interview rounds and different online assessments?
Yeah. See, just change the slides. Yeah. The subjects which are mandatory, if your goal you have to define first. If you're defining for your goal is for MNCs, the top five subjects are mandatory. Okay, so if you have prepared these top fives, because anywhere if you go approach, they'll ask questions from these only. Okay, and if you are preparing for PSUs, GATE, you can say any DRDO, BARC, for then you have to prepare for all these subjects, and then these preparations should be in such a way, not like just reading and going. You should be you have to prepare in a competitive exam way, like practicing questions, practicing previous year, just like you did for JE. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, okay, sure, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Now I have presented my content, and you can ask me to and fro question if you have any doubt, anything. We'll go in deep with. Okay, I'll just give a brief journey about me, how I have approached to ISRO. If anyone is not having right now question, okay,
Sir, sir, I
yeah,
have one question. Sir, hello, sir.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sir, I want to ask that yeah, I also I have to only focus on the programming part, or we have to focus on the cloud part and uh, other databases part.
Yeah.
You can
See,
say the whole full stack.
yeah, yeah. Good question.
For becoming a scientist at ISRO, that we only need any programming language or database, or we need a cloud and these that things.
Yeah, good question. I'll
Yeah.
answer your question in two parts first. See, firstly,
Yes.
if you are targeting for ISRO only, first thing you have to crack the exams, written exam and the interview. Okay. Later on is that once you are as a scientist, the work which will be assigned is based on your experience or projects. Okay, so if you are want to crack first, because ISRO recruitment is not like any other MNC recruitment process. You have to first crack the written exam and the interviews, and the written exam and interviews are by preparing those 10 subjects first. That is theoretical approach. Second is that skill set which you said that okay you have to learn cloud or AI or Docker. Yeah, you have to anyhow you have to have these projects in your resume. Okay, so that once you got selected as a in a ISRO, on what basis they will be giving you team. Okay, so someone may be just working on a web development, they will be assigning you on the AI team, right? So you have to make sure that along with competitive programming, you are also doing some projects. Projects theme can be like these. Like if you can choose a theme based on your interest that you want to become a web developer. Within that skills also, you have to know what are the skills you have to learn first. Front end, back end, database part. That is a you have to choose the first domain first. Another thing is, let's say if you're knowing cloud, okay, you also mentioned the full stack thing. Full stack, you know, need not to be going right now in beginning only in full stack. You can take one domain, either a back end or front end, be efficient in that, at least industry ready for that, so that you can be assigned a team, and later on in the companies also they train you. I'll tell you example of mine in Amazon. I actually prepared for these subjects. Okay, these for a year, it's just like a competitive exam. So for a year we prepare for this, due to which sometimes we are not in touch with the competitive programming. Okay, for a year you are preparing, then cracking the exam, giving interviews. During that time you may not be in touch with your competitive programming. Okay, now once you onboard, let's say I was recruited in Amazon. So what I was having lacking, that I for 1 year I was not in touch with the competitive programming. I was knowing these theoretical subjects. I was easily able to answer it, okay, any questions related to these subjects. So what was happening in MNCs? They train you on certain technologies. Okay, in Amazon I was working on AWS, so they will train you as a new hire. So certain, if you are having doubt that okay, I'm not skilled in you can say in any height and technologies, based on certain companies where you are targeted, you will easily able to accommodate in that. If you are going to Amazon or Google like companies, they will handhold you and train you on the new technologies. You got the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so see, you have to first. This was the basic approach how to go for the placement thing. I'll tell you my journey first. I graduated in 2018 from Delhi in Press University. After that, actually, I prepared for this GATE exam. During my college days, also I got placement in Accenture, PureSoft, 2 3 companies were there. But I was trying to go for the you can say tech or for the PSUs type. So I took a drop because in college days I was mostly engaged in projects. Okay, see, this thing I am giving you based on my experience. This is good approach by Amrit or Coding Idol, that they are giving you exposure that okay, what are the things in beginning you have to take care in balanced approach over whole year of your college life. Okay, if you just focus on one thing and another part is missing, you will lack somewhere. Okay, someone was just doing competitive programming and he's missing in these, he will lack at the final year. Okay, and if someone is doing just projects and competitive programming, not knowing the theory, he will lack it further. You have to make sure the balance of all these. Okay, so I'll tell you in my case what I did. I was focusing on projects, competitive programming, somewhat I lacked in the theory. Okay, due to which I had to take a drop for you can preparation for the exams. Okay, so during that time I prepared for these 10 subjects. I got a year rank 546. Then by luck I couldn't take the admission in IITs or something. I just joined the Amazon. There I had again exposure to these latest cloud technologies. I worked there for 2.5 years. In between, I was also getting a written exam for you can say ISRO, and there also they were asking these 10 subjects only. Okay, so I gave the ICRB exam. I was in touch with the 10 subjects. You can see in between, not that much. You can say after the college time, I was not in interaction with the competitive programming. So you have to make sure that you have a proper balance of all these 5 subjects. Accordingly, you will be getting a placement. Okay. So any question further?
Sir, I want to ask that uh, what projects you have done in your
Okay.
college life?
Okay. I'll tell through this slide. This competition which I mentioned, na, all these competition I participated in my college life only. Okay, so in Iantra competition I participated and built a robot, which was like a puzzle solver robot, and they used to give some problem statement. They'll give you a robot also, and over that you have to build certain structures like arms, then use embedded programming and to move that robot, use Blender to generate a you can say live streaming of the robot movement. Okay, so once you are participating in a competition, you are getting a problem statement, and in order to solve the problem statement you are looking into different subjects. Okay, after that this is ACM and code jam, these were related to competitions. Okay, so if you target for international competition, these are the international competitions. So
Yeah,
accordingly,
so I think that you on work on IoT
yeah, you can say
yeah
mostly was on IoT.
mostly,
Some was on
yeah,
web development also.
and it's also interesting subject.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sir,
yeah.
sir, I want to ask Chad why you left Amazon.
Okay, see, in Amazon we got a good exposure of you can say different countries, but I was having interest towards working for my nation, so I got the opportunity to work as a scientist. And anything, let's say any glitch were there in any work culture thing, I could easily go back to Amazon because there also good exposure is there. But if I have missed the, I cracked the exam while I was working in Amazon. If I have missed the scientist position, I skipped it, I wouldn't get it again. Okay, so in ISRO, you can say they recruit at the beginning level only, not like in MNCs they recruit in experience or like that. So that's why I joined the ISRO and I'm liking here. Okay, let us make it interactive. You can ask the question how to approach, what are the challenges right now you're facing. I think you are all from this
What
coding idol
was
institute only, right? Amrit, can you confirm?
Yes, sir.
Are they associated with the coding idol or they're from different teams?
Yes, sir. Ask.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Just ask. What?
No, no, I'm just asking from you only, right? Okay, mostly they are from, I think, coding idols only. Okay, any
Yeah.
question you have? What are the challenges you are facing? Anything in theoretical part or approach
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. Uh, Recently, I am facing most in C++. I have learned C++ 3 months and getting placement in neuro numbers as a Qt developer. Qt developer. You know the Qt framework?
Yeah, yeah, it's for making the GUIs and the
Yeah.
full level
So
C. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I got that project of a chatting application. Here I need socket programming, right?
Yeah.
And object oriented. So object, I know object oriented. But I faced too much amount of problem in socket programming. I You mean to say that I can't able to understand this?
Okay. See, I'll tell you
Yeah,
two
I
things here. Yeah.
yeah, yes.
See, you're in final year, right? You got the placement or it is
No, 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 no,
internship?
no. I'm not in final year. In my college time, I got that placement.
Internship, na? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. See, I'll tell you
yeah.
one
You can
thing.
say internship.
Yeah. See, I'll
Yes.
tell you two things here for your problem. First is that let's
Yeah.
say you got placement after college, you got a company, you got a placement.
Yeah.
There you will be getting
Yes.
some work. That work can be related to the skills which you learned during your college time, or the skills can be completely new. Okay, so if it is a new
Yeah.
skill, you have to on during your working time only you have to learn it again with your seniors, and that will be the challenge. And if let's
Yes, sir.
say,
But yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, but in my where I got my internship, there was no one who helped me a lot. They always say that go to the qt.io and ask some and check documentation and do the work.
yeah. See
And
this.
I'm so confused that
Hello.
written that yeah, hello,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So my team leader and seniors always tell that go for documentation and check it and do it. And I can't able to understand the documentation that what written.
See, okay. Taking your problem statement, I'll explain it to all everyone. See, after your college life, when you enter the corporates or any PSUs, you will face this same challenge that whatever you learned, either on work it will not be there, or the whatever you learned it will be there. Okay, two criteria will be there. Okay, so let's say whatever knowledge you earned during your college life, and when you enter any job, it could be possible that it's a completely new skill set. Then in the good companies, if it is a good company, they will certain give you training, they will senior will guide you. And if let's say it's a certain work culture is not as good, certain challenge you will face. Okay, in that case no one will spoon feed. Then you have to be bold on your own hand, and you have to learn along with your work. It's a reality of the job, you can say that whatever you learn during your college life, if it is a good, if it is, you are able to get a good skill during your college life, and you get a good job related to your knowledge only, then you will be easily able to do the work. But if let's say you learned something in your college and you got a job randomly, and a new skill set is there different from your knowledge, then in that the struggling can happen. Either if the its work culture is good, they will guide you, senior will help. If the work culture is not good, they'll just say that okay, read this documentation, do the self learning. That spoon feeding will not happen. That's the reality of you can say job. Okay, so in beginning only, during while you are in your college life, try to whatever you are learning, be the best in that. Okay, so that once you get a job, you are getting a job related to your knowledge only. Don't have to work in related in different fields. I'll give you example. Someone who is a mechanical engineer. Okay, he 4 year he is doing the mechanical work in his college life. Later on, and during placement, he did some coding and cracked some you can say coding interviews. He went to the some, let's say, Essence or Infosys coding. Now he will be struggling because the knowledge which he is learned in his mechanical duration, he is not applying that in during the job, and he'll be asking someone else to help. That hand holding will not happen in the corporates. Okay, so you have to make sure. I'll give take the same scenario. If that mechanical guy has learned his subjects properly, okay, and he has let's say he prepared for the he got better in his subjects, he prepared for gate exam, or let's say he cracked the interview of certain company which is related to mechanical, he will be easily able to do that work. Okay, so you have to take a scenario that right now, if in your college life, if whatever the knowledge is you are earning, if you are just learning and just cracking, just doing the cracking the exams, your college exams, and then going for placement and randomly getting a job, not your targeted job, you will face this problem. You got this, Amrit?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll tell you solution here. Right now, I think you're in second year only, right?
Yes, sir. I am in second year.
Yeah. In beginning only, you it was good experience you got. See, whatever the whether it's a bad experience or good, it all these are learning. Okay, in the beginning of your college life, only you got the learning that okay, when you enter a corporate, if it is a good work culture, they may handhold you, senior will help you. If the work culture is not good, then you have to learn on your own. And if you want to learn while you're working, and there will be certain pressure, so beforehand while in college life only, why not to learn those skills. And now what are the things we have to learn? It is already in your syllabus. Certain things I am mentioning here, that okay, these are the minimum things you learn, and try to target your own company. Don't let the company choose you. Let make your skills you can say as par in these things, and target your own company, Amazon, Google, you can say Microsoft, or the ISRO DRDO, and accordingly you will be able to crack it, and no one, that hand holding challenge will not come. So the wordings which I am saying right now, you will experience when you go in corporates. Any question?
Sir, I have one more question. That
Amrit, your voice is not audible. I think you are not audible. Can anyone confirm?
He's not audible.
Yeah. Amrit, can you rejoin or can you message in the chat box that you can rejoin? Anyone else having question?
It is audible.
Yeah, now it's audible.
Yeah. So I have one question that in ISRO or BAR DRDO, mostly computer scientists focus on which subjects
Okay, so related to exam you are asking or related to work?
related to work. I am asking.
Okay, ठीक है. Here as it's related to rocketry or satellite thing, so if the certain
Yes, yes,
different teams are there, if they are on core hardware thing embedded, they will work on C. Okay, and certain projects are related to, let's say, image processing. Let's say once the satellite dumps the images to the ground, you have to use those images and develop the application, find the water bodies, find the railways. So there you use AI. Okay, so all domains of computer science are being used, and here in ISRO, it's a
yeah,
multidisciplinary. Okay, someone who is working on rockets, he just will not be working on the mechanical structures. Okay, he will has to also make sure of the certain knowledge of chemical, what are the propulsions. So also he has to make knowledge of the, you can say, aerodynamics. So that makes the difference from scientist and engineer. Engineer, okay, he finally does the task, scientist thinks, but scientist also having a skill set that he is a multidisciplinary engineer. Okay, all the domains he has to develop.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
related to your question, for computer science, all the domains are being used. Whatever the subject is related to,
Yes, sir.
one,
Sir, but I especially want to know that space technology is working on which domain?
space technology, in what sense?
Yes.
There are multiple domains. If you say one center is working on, you can say, rocket designing. One is launching. Okay, okay. I'll tell you the details about ISRO. As a student, you will not knowing just about the ISRO name. Okay, but it is having a different centers all over the country. One is the VSSC, Vikram Sarabhai Center, okay, in Thiruvananthapuram. There the rocket designing is being done. Okay, the people who are related to aerodynamics, they mostly go to other all branches actually there. But if you take aerodynamics, people go there to design the rockets. And Sri Harikota, you know that, okay, in TV they show that rocket launching. In that
Sir,
Sri, yeah.
sir, if sir, if anybody wants to work on the satellite domain, then what knowledge he or she have?
Okay, so I told about
Yeah.
VSSC and Sri Harikota. VSSC was for rocket launching, Sri Harikota was for rocket. VSSC was for rocket designing, and Sri Harikota was for rocket launching. There is another center. This is now satellite domain. And first one was launch vehicle domain. Okay, now this is the second domain is satellite domain. In space technology, you have multiple domains. One is launch vehicle domain, second is satellite domain, third is ground segment domain. Now in the satellite domain, there is a center in Bangalore, URSC. Okay, there the satellite is being developed, and your question that one skill set you need for the satellite development, all branches,
Yes, sir.
all branches you can say can work there also. It's a multidisciplinary. In computer science, let's say you know about embedded system. Okay, so you have to develop certain programming so that the temperature of the satellite has to be managed properly, because see, outside it will be very cold, and the inside the instruments which will be there in the satellite has to have certain temperature level. The programming among those satellite and that solar cell deployment actuators and those, there also the programming will be there. Okay, even the designing certain times when you are learning, let's say if you are a web developer in your college. Okay, when you entered into ISRO, let's say if you want to continue the web development, okay, develop the web page of the that URSC center only. Okay, develop the web page for the applications. All skill set will be used. Okay, so specifically to satellite, computer science knowledge, you can say the microprocessor, CPU, COA, computer organization architecture will be used. Is in the ground segment because I have been in the computer science. So in my college day, I used to do on image processing. So in my center, we once we get the satellite images, we use those images and try to develop those applications which are being used by the ministries. Okay, so let's say in a border area, certain any movement is being done from enemy country. Okay, so we can see that first. Second, any disaster happened. Okay, in Sikkim recently happened. We try to see those images, try to analyze and accordingly give the decisions to the policymakers. So that image processing also is a part of you can say computer science only, right? So you can use that. Now, any question related to data structure algorithm? Many people may have joined here for data structure algorithm, right? So you can ask the questions, or are we good to go here?
What data structures mostly used in uh, software development
Okay.
in
See,
a research part?
in the research part, if you go, the data structure, trees and graph, all the data structure are being used. Prime, basic one, arrays, linked list.
Yes.
But the if you can say advanced level will be like trees, graphs, for you can say better optimizing the codes. Okay, so here actually these data structure, if you are going for like MNCs, okay, like let's say you are in Uber, there that transportation problem will be used. Okay, the graph problem. But if you are in space sector, here actually we are working on that code level of satellites. So mostly linked list structures are that only we are able to use and easily able to solve the problem. Any other question? I'll discontinue the sharing so that I can see everyone. Okay. Can everyone can just give their introduction so that I can get to know about you all? Arav, Sinchena, Varun. Someone asked in chat. Amrit. Yeah. Are we good to go now or?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, sir. Chirasha this side.
Hi,
I am a
Chirasha. Yeah.
fourth year BTech computer science student, and
Okay.
I am facing difficulties in being consistent while doing coding. Like, I will start the essay and will do it for certain days, but then I will just go inconsistent for multiple days.
Okay.
So, can you please suggest something so that uh, which I can do, or which I should follow basically, so that I can start being consistent more?
Okay, I'll tell you one thing here. See, doing a particular task consistent can only be done if we have certain bind it with certain goal. Okay, let's say if you have certain, let's say after 10 days, your interview is there. You will be consistent for practicing the interview. So you have to first bind the it with the goal first. Second thing is you can't be just consistent in one task and consistent in remaining tasks. You have to be this is a you can say philosophical concept. What you have to do that, okay, you will not be just facing challenge in inconsistency of in coding only. You will be also facing challenge in other let's say you are trying to read a chapter also may face some challenge. Okay, so what is the best solution for to have consistency in any task is first is to bind it with a goal. Second is to have consistency in a one task which you can do easily. I'll give you example. While I was preparing for these competitive exams, you have to be consistent. Okay, so what I used to do that every day at this fixed time. I will sleep. This fixed time I will wake up, and this fixed time I will bath and get ready. Okay, that fixing of these two tasks which I got consistent helped me in consistent in studying also. Okay, so this is a philosophical question.
Mm-hmm.
So first thing is you have to bind it with a goal. Okay, randomly,
Okay.
if you say that, okay, after coming to college, I'll do some codings and in between some tasks, you can say. some work happened, and after 10 days you got some free time, then you are doing it. It will not happen. You have to and bind a goal that okay, in 10 days I'll be solving 100 problems. So per day 10, or so you have to define it. So accordingly will be get the consistency. And this you will face this challenge in preparing for competitive exams also. Okay, so you have to have something, make something as a consistent, waking up, sleeping, so that will help you in consistent other tasks also.
Okay, so sir, basically, I need to fix my whole biological cycle as well in order to get uh, consistent in a particular aspect.
No, no, see,
Like the time I wake up, and basically, I have to
yeah.
schedule everything in my life so that this particular thing regarding coding also get. Uh, uh,
Yeah, it will not just if you get biologically consistent in one thing, everything will get consistent. Your coding also will get you. If you are studying for a chapter for college exams, also everything will be consistent on, because that is making you self-disciplined. Okay, so consistency is not happening because of inconsistency. You have to find the reason. That is the discipline thing. Automatically, if you get discipline in one thing, that neurological brain change will happen, and other things also get improved.
okay, thank you, sir. And
Yeah.
one more thing that actually, I am also working as an IT analyst in a company. So, uh, because during the whole day I am busy with office work and I only get time during early morning or late evening. So, even the entire duration when I'm working, I get exhausted by evening. So, I will say
Okay,
that's
so
also
you are
one
in
of the.
final year or have you graduated?
I'm in my final year.
Okay, seventh semester.
Yes.
Okay, so you got the job along with that, na?
Hmm.
Okay, so this thing you will face the challenge that okay, how to time manage with the work and you can say studying also.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, sir. So I want to know how did you manage Amazon work and also parallelly studying for ISRO examination?
Yeah, actually, the answer for this is that binding the goal that I had to crack that exam. Okay, so and actually that during that time there was a lockdown, so we all were doing work from home. So during my office hours, I used to complete my work in half day, and then I used to study with during office hours also. Okay, that you can say unethical also, but if you are able to finish the work and you're getting advantage of work from home, I use that time. But in your case, are you going to office? Are you using?
No, sir. I'm doing work from home only, but I have meetings, multiple meetings at different times. So I'm
So
busy
in
with.
that case, after office hours only you have to prepare. And in how you're doing your college days? That from 9 to
Uh,
5 you're doing office or you're going to college?
Sir, actually, it is quite flexible because I have told them that I have college as well, which I have to take care of, and even college has provided me with some off days that so that I can continue with this work and only go to college for for presentations or examinations.
Okay, so I'll suggest you one thing here first.
Mm-hmm.
It's a common saying that do not fight in multiple fronts. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so right now you will be free from college from next 6 months, right? Eight
Yes.
semester will be there. Try to do these two things only. Now, one is your job which you are doing that is helping you to get a work experience. It will be added in your resume, right?
Hmm.
And
Yes.
second is your college thing. In your college only during the exams, mostly people used to study. Try to do the competitive programming competition. Okay, do
Mm-hmm.
the coding practice. Your target is not for this ISRO or DRDO. You are just preparing for to get a better placement.
Uh, Sir, I'm also looking for ISRO placement, uh, but yeah, Mang companies are also in my target list.
No, no. See, I'll tell this for everyone. See, you have to define your goal and goal first,
Mm-hmm.
and accordingly, you have to change your current scenario. If your end goal is okay, getting a good package. I'll give you my example. I got the placement in my college also. During I graduated in 2018 June. At that time, I had 3 or 4 offers, small companies. Okay, Accenture and Infosys those. But that package was not that much good. You can say not above the 6.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, okay, what is my caliber? Okay, even after having package, I took a drop, 1 year drop. For I'm knowing that okay, I'm preparing for these competitive exams, so they need that need, you can say, these 10 subjects. Okay, these 10 subjects will be needing each subject a month. Okay, so a year will be there. So I decided to drop, and then I prepared once these all subject. Then I was able to crack any exams, because the minimum these 5 skill set I was able to complete. Okay, in my college days I was able to complete my competitive programming, projects, aptitude and social skills. Theory was remaining, because if you focus on these, so in your case what is happening, you are able to do the, you can say, your college work you are doing, projects from your company work you are filling that, and competitive programming during your college time you are doing right now. But this theory part you are lacking right now. Okay,
Yes.
due to what will happen in future, when you try to give the written exam, you may face some challenge. Okay, but if you have prepared well for your college exams, then also if somehow you will be able to do it, but there will be difficulty in that. So you have to decide, if your target is ISRO DRDO, try to identify what are the things which are consuming your time. Are those important right now? Don't go for short term advantages, go for the long term benefits. Okay, try to take the risk. You know, right now, as a in your college right now, you,
Mm-hmm.
along with your work, okay, it's a personal decision. I would suggest take the decision properly. Okay, what is your end goal first?
Okay. Sure, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Any further?
and
Yeah.
sir, how did you explain the year gap in your resume? Because
No,
you said you took an year gap for preparing for this exam.
actually, just I'll give you. I just mentioned the gap that okay, I did my colleges from June 2014 to 2018.
Hmm.
I mentioned the projects, and that all the projects are being there. That okay, this year I did this. After that, once I did gave the interview in 2019. After a gap, in the interview only, I told that okay, I prepared for GATE exam, because it's a well-known exam. Everyone knows. Okay, and interview rounds go on. They know at the interview, when you enter the interview,
Mm-hmm.
they know. They just only see what is your knowledge right now. They don't see what are the gaps and those. Okay, so if are you confidently able to answer the questions in the interview, and if you are able to give the legitimate answer that you are preparing for the, I was preparing for the GATE exam, that's fine. Then they will also counter a question also. If you are preparing for a GATE exam while you are entering for Amazon, okay, I gave the answer that GATE exam preparation will help me to crack the interviews for MNCs also. You can accordingly, you can modify your answer and tell the person.
Okay.
And once you are ready with those subjects, you can be able to crack any exams. That happens. That confidence you'll get.
Hmm.
Any other question from anyone else?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Amrit is not there. Okay. Any further question? Then we can close. Then. Okay. Just a minute. These are the chats. Okay. Can you anyone again send a message? I'll see the chat. How to open the chat window?
In call messages.
Just I'll see. Okay. Okay, I'll take 2 3 questions from the chat window. Firstly, electronics engineering. Okay. See, Sonu is here right now. Can you unmute and tell once you are here? Just okay. Sonu is not here. Um, Varun, are you there here? Okay. Okay. So you want to learn the DSA and how many required time for each topic. Okay. So firstly, the roadmap is identify a legitimate source from which you are learning. Okay. And first develop the notes first. If you're, let's say, a complete beginner, okay, first develop read the data structure part, develop a notes. uh, it will take 1 month. Read the notes and develop a notes, revise it, try to do some parallelly some coding over each notes. Okay, you can use the hacker rank. Okay, in hacker rank they have certain sections for each topic. Then you can practice some question also. Okay, and once you get a certain level, then try to go do codings on these platforms like hacker rank and codestab. Okay, so these are the two ways. I'll tell you how I did my learning thing. During my colleges, I was mostly focusing on these projects. So along with projects, I used to do just codings, and accordingly, while doing the projects only, naturally that DSLO skill set got developed when you do the project. But I didn't at that time use the approach of learning theory first. Okay, so what was happening? The challenge that in competitive programming, certain times I was good in the project, but not in the competitive programming part. What was happening that due to the lack of the theory, project was good. Okay, because these extra skills you have to learn, HTML, CSS. But the competitive programming was not good because the theoretical concept was lacking. Okay, so once you begin the theoretical knowledge first, developing nodes for data structure, developing nodes for algorithm. Okay, then try to do coding for each topics. Accordingly, your competitive programming will improve. And parallelly, also learn skill sets like HTML, CSS. Your project will improve. Okay, you got my answer? Okay, so how to use DSA in projects? See, when you are developing web development, you are doing front end. Okay, now if you are doing web development, back end of the web development. Okay, so in the back end, you have to see, you are using data structures. It depends on the project type also. Actually, let's say if you are developing a backend for grocery storage. Okay, so grocery, someone is on front end is labeling some fruits and those extra, and then adding to a cart. Okay, after that checkout. In the backend, what will happen? You will be storing those details into a certain data structure, right? Either in data structure or you will be storing it in a database. So in the backend, mostly the DSA will be used in the web development in the project type. Let's say if you are developing an Android app, in the Android also in the Google Maps, let's say. Okay, in the front end you will be seeing the maps, but in the back end, what is happening? Dijkstra algorithm is being there. Okay, so from one node to another node, what is the shortest path? There you are using an algorithm. Okay, so front end also you can see it's for user interface, but in the back end only you can see these data structure algorithms are coming. Okay, so once you have these knowledge and use that knowledge in project and in competitive program, it will improve your skill. You got it? Okay. Okay. I can give you my number, and if you have a specific query, this is your specific query, right? You can ping me on that. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other question?
Guys, do you have any question?
Okay. Gaurav, thank you, Gaurav. Okay, Amrit, are we good to close then? Yeah, if you have any doubt, you can ping me, or specifically for any session right now. Um, let's say right now we initially I gave this presentation around the data structure, okay, algorithm, and I tried to tell you that okay, because from data structure algorithm you will be mostly focusing on competitive programming. So I tried to make sure that okay, don't just focus on one part of the preparation. I'll just see. Okay, so try to make sure you have a balance of all these things: competitive programming, projects, theory, aptitude also, and social skills. What happens if you are good in these four, but if you are not able to present your knowledge, then also it will be a problem. Okay, so take a screenshot of this part and fulfill any of these whatever preparation you're targeting. Okay. Okay, then, Amrit, we can close then. Okay, goodbye, everyone.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for taking this session.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
I'll,
Sir, one more thing I want to ask that I want to do
you got mute, bro. I'm not audible. You're not audible.
yeah. Now I am audible.
Yeah, yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, you're audible. Yeah. Just
Yeah. So
open your
I want
camera
to.
first. I just want to have an interaction with everyone.
Sir, I will talk to you in call. Okay, sir, because I think that.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Bye. Closing now. Bye.
Okay, bye, sir.
Mhm.